guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Captain Haley. Today I'm going to be giving you a full review on the Skydio 2. My last review, it was an unboxing, and I broke a couple of rules. Only a couple. My instructor actually convinced me to take down that video. It isn't good to advertise breaking every single rule. I came more prepared today. And before we get started, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, like for the YouTube algorithm, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, what your experience is with this Skydio 2. I waited about 2 months to get my Skydio. Whenever I first filmed, I was a bit too excited. I went out and I lost my drone twice. I actually didn't think that flying a drone and owning a drone required so much responsibility, because you need to have a license if you're going to be flying a drone. There's actually a recommended checklist for your drone. So again, very similar to what I do over in aviation. As far as being a pilot, we have a checklist. But anyway, let's get into this review and let me show you the Skydio 2. So I actually got the Cinema Kit. Like, this is a launch pad. You put your drone on top of this right here and your drone takes off from it, and it actually marks the spot where it takes off from, and it actually returns to it. So I think that was pretty cool. Included in this kit is a remote. So I put my phone right here. I'm able to actually just have more maneuverability. I'm gonna be learning that today on my own. It should be pretty easy to figure out. You actually get 3 sets of extra propellers, which is really great. You get a 128 gigabyte microchip. In the Cinema Kit, you can actually charge 2 batteries at once. Just do like this. It's magnetized, just like that, and then you plug it in. You can actually operate the drone from your phone, from an app. You would actually have to connect this to your phone for best use. We're gonna test that out today. It actually comes with 2 different cords that I have to connect whenever I connect my phone to the remote. Very light, but very sturdy. I tested it out. Hopefully today that doesn't happen again. I'm gonna be really safe. I have a checklist. I'm prepared, and you can check out my videos from me doing little trips in a Cessna. Let's get out there and fly this drone. So now, okay, so I'm connected. It's saying that I'm connected to my beacon, so I can fly now. Okay, so now let's go ahead and, oh, watch out. Hello, girl. Okay, hold to fly. Flying in 3, 2, 1. Why is it doing that? What I noticed is it cannot go any lower than that when it wants to track something. But whenever I am doing the 360 motion track, it does a pretty great job, except for whenever there's obstacles in the way. So if there's obstacles in the way, it does hesitate. That's the only thing that I dislike. Such as whenever it's around large metal structures, it kind of scares me because it gets very confused and it will disconnect if it loses you at some points. I did notice that it tracks way better when it's tracking in front of the object rather than behind, and it's also way more responsive, as you can see. Whenever I move the drone behind me, I feel like a Sim character. It just lags kind of, but then it catches up. So it kind of does its own thing, and it's doable. I can work with it. Very acrobatic there. It slows down again whenever it comes to an obstacle. Like again, when it comes to that tree, it hesitates slightly, and then it gets right back to what it was doing. So it does have that cinematic feel to it. It's just very kind of dramatic. You can always edit that, fast forward, whatever you want to do. So far I give it a 8 out of 10. It works great enough for me. I wish that it could have gone lower so that I could get in here. And maybe it can. It's really cool. And so I'm just gonna shut it off. It's been through a lot. The beacon was pretty easy. The beacon was like pretty alright, and it worked. It was really tracking me very well. So I really enjoyed that. Now stay tuned for me using the remote. So this is the remote controller that I'm using with the Skydio 2. I just open up that center part and put my phone in the placeholder. You have to also use cords to connect the controller to the drone, and then another cord to connect the phone to the controller, which I think is so much work. I wish it was a lot easier to connect. And by the way, I'm at this meditation place where Buddhists go, Buddhist monks or whatever, and I saw monks there. They were wearing traditional clothing, and I thought that was so cool. So I kind of waited until they left to fly my drone around this place, and I had a Buddhist clap for me whenever I was finished, so I was really happy about that. One thing I love about this drone is it gave me a 2-minute warning that it was going to land, and it gave me the option to track it back towards me for it to land in my hands. So I thought that was super convenient. Instead of going to the spot where it originally took off at, it gave me the option to have it land in my hands, which I thought was so convenient, so cool. From then on, I felt so confident in the Skydio 2, and it was just so easy to figure out, easy to fly, easy to maneuver. So all in all, I highly recommend this drone to anybody. I think it's so easy to use. I think it's great if you're first starting off. But here are some shots that I got at the meditation center. There are a few cons to the Skydio 2, but the pros outweigh the cons entirely, so there are only a couple that I will list. The first one being that the customer service, they are very friendly, but I had a really hard time getting a hold of them, and I found that to be really frustrating. The website's not super user-friendly when it comes to the forums, and also I think that's again because it's such a new product that not a lot of people have inquired about the issues on the Skydio. The other con I would say is that the fact that you have to connect these wires to your drone, to your controller, you have to connect your phone to your controller. It's just such a hassle with all of these cords. I think that it makes me think that, I don't know, it's not as advanced as I would like it to be, and it comes off as really cheap when you have to use all those wires, and it's just like, is this really as high-tech as you make it out to be? But ultimately, I'm satisfied. I'm a satisfied customer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I fly planes and I jump out of planes. I'm doing a bunch of stuff right now, so stay tuned for that. And I can't wait to get better at editing and all of that cinematography stuff. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.